Hey everyone, Anthony Cosenza here with Casabella Realty Group. Hope you are doing well. I'm a realtor with the brokerage, in case you are unfamiliar and maybe new to these videos, but happy to have you with us, whether you're joining us live or after the fact. Going to go through some real estate information. I had a little bit of an abbreviated week with a couple of the holidays last week, so we're going to get to a lot of different stuff here, including some market update stuff. An endeavor happening in the community, and some other information that we hope that you find very, very beneficial. That's why we share it. As I mentioned, Casabella Realty Group is a local Southern California brokerage, and we want to be your go-to resource for information, referrals for industry professionals, whatever it may be. We want to give you information. If you're looking to sell, buy, lease, what have you, we've got you covered on all of that. So we want to make sure that we get you covered on all of that front. So without further ado, we're going to get to our market intro. And again, go to CasabellaRealtyGroup.com. There's a blog there. We've got all kinds of different stories that are helpful for you. Featured properties, listings, all of that there that you can get some more information along with these videos. And you got to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get these videos when we go live and or when it's available after the fact. You got to subscribe, but we appreciate what you bring to us as our clients and as our past clients, what have you. We appreciate all of that, and we just want to be able to serve you how we can with all of your real estate needs. So go to CasabellaRealtyGroup.com to get more information. That being said, let's get to some market information and other helpful things. So it's time to share my screen as I usually do here to get some information. Now, this is kind of a little bit of a interesting time for folks because it's tax season, and oh boy, tax season, not always fun to talk about. But when it comes to, there's a really, you can see here on realtor.com, a homeowner's guide to taxes. There's a slate, a page really of a lot of different tax related articles and whatnot. I thought this was at least on the positive side. There's some other things in terms of how to calculate your property tax and all kinds of different things that you can go on there that may be something better suited for you all to catch on, maybe on your own time there. But this is 7 tax benefits of owning a home. So when you're looking at, if you're staring at some things with your tax return, not getting a tax return, that sort of thing, not getting the tax breaks that you thought you might. Maybe you're not owning a home and you can't get some of the tax breaks that you're looking for. Here are some of the elements to this article. You can see mortgage interest, and there's a write-off there, and you can see homeowners with a mortgage that went into effect before December 15th of 2017 can deduct interest on loans up to $1 million. Big news there. So you're going to want to take advantage of that. And then, of course, you've got the property taxes. The deduction is capped at $10,000 for those married filing jointly, no matter how high the taxes are. And then they've got a property tax calculator, as I mentioned there. But why it's important, taxpayers can take one $10,000 deduction, says Brian Ashcraft, Director of Compliance at Liberty Tax Service. So you're going to want to take advantage of that. You've got the PMI. If you're a first-time home buyer, you got an FHA loan, that sort of thing. You can see the PMI there. If you put less than 20% down on your home, which that's going to be the reality for some folks, even in this aggressive market, and you still can get great homes with a smaller down payment and get some great loan programs. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Odds are you're paying private mortgage insurance, which costs 0.3% to 1.15% of your home loan. And so, PMI holders, you can deduct interest on this insurance thanks to Mortgage Insurance Tax Deduction Act of 21, which reinstated certain deductions and credits for homeowners that were set to expire in 2020. So they include the deduction for PMI, says Laura Fogel, certified public accountant at Gonzalez and Associates in Massachusetts. So it's an itemized deduction, but if you take it, it might help you push over the $25,100 standard deduction for married couples under 65. So take that. Of course, there's some stuff on energy efficient upgrades. If you've got washer dryers, fridges, all kinds of different things as to energy efficiency, that could be things that you can write off there. a particular big write-off in the state of California. They really, really pay attention to that. So, that's something. If you work from home, obviously, things of that nature, you can write off things. Well, I'm not a tax professional, so I'm not going to tell you what you can or can't write off. You want to obviously consult with that. But things you use for a home office. I mean, there's stuff in here that you can see. The bad news is everyone forced to work at home during COVID-19. But if you're a W-2 employee, you're not eligible for the home office deduction under the CARES Act. But you can see here, there's square footage and all kinds of different things in terms of office space, maximum deduction of $1,500. And then there's other things that you want to consult a tax professional in terms of business expenses, what you may have spent if you use a home office and what you can write off there. But that's a key one. Home improvements, that's another thing. This has been one of the biggest industries through the COVID era, the home improvement facet. So if you've done some different things to your home, that's something to think about. And these are all the reasons, if you are not owning a home, if you do these things, you can write off. You got interest on a home equity line of credit. So these are 7 facets here. Given that it's tax season and taxes were and are due for folks, we thought that was an appropriate article to share there. And even though it may seem daunting to buy a home, it may seem daunting to get into this market in a lot of different ways. Number one, you got to hire the right professionals. We at Casabella pride ourselves on being able to navigate this market and get you into the home that you desire. But you also have to take into account a longer vision in terms of money saving and different things and benefits of owning a home. So take those pieces of advice from realtor.com there. We stumbled upon that and thought that was going to be a helpful slate of info for folks, given that it's tax season. And tax season, not always a fun term, but hey, there's some things that can help you out there. All right, let's keep it rolling with the market update. We've got a number of different things to get to. Let's get to the experts from Reports on Housing. We love these folks and the information that they provide here. This is a little bit more of a lengthier one. You see Reports on Housing cracks, and this is the April 18th report. Cracks appearing, it says. Trends are developing which demonstrate the pandemic-induced insane housing run is cooling. And there's stuff about the pandemic that we know in the last couple of days and months that have started to change a little bit, showing that we are coming out of this even further, talking about the transportation mask mandates and whatnot in public transportation. So, that has been struck down now. And so now, you can see that more and more steps as we continue to get to normalcy here out of the pandemic, you're starting to see things affect the real estate market as well. And you see here, inventory springs up. The active listing inventory surged higher by 180 homes in Orange County, up 12%. And I've got some MLS numbers that I'll give you in a minute to help talk about that. My number is slightly different because I got it literally minutes before we took the air. So it's slightly different, but you see there 1732, still its lowest level for this time of the year since tracking began 18 years ago. But again, surged higher. And in the first couple of weeks of April, there were 23% fewer homes that came on the market compared to the 3-year average prior to COVID, which is the 2017 through 2019, 476 fewer. Last year, there were 2,384 homes on the market, 652 additional homes, or 38% more than currently. But again, the good news, the active listing inventory surged higher. It's starting to rise. And this is what we've been saying for the past couple of weeks and months on these videos, on our blog. You're going to start to see some things start to pick up a bit in terms of inventory, balance things out in terms of buyer-seller disparity in the spring and summer months. And you see here, demand is starting to fall. Demand, the number of pending sales over the prior month decreased by 45 pending sales, down 2%. And then you can see here the 3-year average prior to COVID, 2017 through 2019, it was 2,777 or 24% more. And closed sales are down year over year. There were 2,645 closed residential resales in March, 18% less than March 21. And you see March marked a 49% increase compared to February of 22, though. So you see there, down year over year, but a 49% increase compared to February. The sales to list price ratio was 106.9% for all of Orange County. Foreclosures accounted for just 0.2% of all closed sales, and short sales accounted for 0.1%. Again, 99.7% of all the sales uh, regular sellers with equity accrued in their home, not foreclosures, not distressed homes, good old fashioned sellers with equity, as Reports on Housing likes to phrase it. And we like that too. We're going to continue with some of their information here. This is another little graphic, and this is a quick one from Reports on Housing. The OC Housing Summary, you see plus 12% listings the last 2 weeks. Listings down 2% from last year, though, so still down year over year, but up as of recently, and the market time is up 3 days over the last 2 weeks. We're starting to see that in other places as well. So a little bit of an increase in terms of days on market. But again, more homes are starting to hit the market, at least 422. And then, of course, you can see there, because demand is cooling a little bit, some more listings are hitting this time of year. You can see the market days on market time a little bit increased than where it was before. Okay, let's cruise on to Chris Pacheco of Pacheco Team Loans, a great local and does a lot of stuff actually nationally as well in terms of refinances, new home purchases, that sort of thing. We'll zoom in here a little bit on his Monday mortgage news. Sent this over to us yesterday. We love this. And you can see last week's activity, consumer and wholesale inflation still red hot in March, increased 1.2% for that month. Consumers are starting to spend as retail sales rose 0.5% in March. Saw a little bit of a disparity. We have some folks that we know personally that own some retail stores. You know, some areas are surging, some areas are getting a little stagnant, but overall you can see here consumers are continuing to spend overall from a national perspective. Small business owners report inflation is their main concern. Yeah, I again know some small business owners and retailers that have that concern. Most definitely. Jobless filings increased by 18,000 last week after a 54-year low. Freight volume has decreased 3.6% year over year, so that's still an issue. 10-year bond auction had a below average demand. Let's look at this week. Stocks on Monday were opening slightly lower. Mortgage bonds near unchanged. Freddie Mac reports 3.8 million homes short of demand. So that demand issue still prevalent out there. The NAHB Housing Market Index will be coming out later this week as well. Now, here are the rates, the mortgage rates here. Conventional 30-year loan, 5.125%. You've seen that jump up quite a bit now. Still a decent rate overall in the grand scheme of things in the big scope. But again, that was about, as we began these videos, probably about 2 whole percentage points lower not all that long ago. So again, we've been kind of saying, even though it's a competitive market, you're going to want to jump on these rates. And so they are ticking up across the board. You see the FHA 30-year, 4.375%, the jumbo 30-year, 5.5%, VA 30-year loan, 4.625%. And then you see some other differing loans that are at the 6.5 or so percent mark. And again, I'm going to show Chris down here, the Pacheco team. You can go to PachecoTeamHomeLoans.com or PachecoTeamLoans.com and go give Chris a call. He is a great guy. We've had him work with a couple of our clients on refinances, purchases, and whatnot. He is very responsive, very on top of things, and we can attest to his level of service. So thank you, Chris. Go check out Pacheco Team Home Loans. They are great service providers in the community, and we appreciate the information he always sends us for these videos and other elements that we can supply our clients. Okay, we're going to continue on. We're almost up on it here, but let's go with the MLS update. And we're going to start that video for you right here. Here is the 419 OC MLS update. You can see coming soon 258, 202 from today, 419 that are slated to go have a coming soon status today to 430, the very end of the month. And you see active 1739. If you were to look back at our videos just a couple of months ago, that was more in like the 1100 to 1300 range, and now you're looking at 1739 and 431 of those becoming active since 411. I went back there a little bit just because of the Easter holiday, Good Friday holiday, etc. Active under contract, that's those that have entered escrow, 1,216 with 420 of those since 411. Pending, which is those that are still in escrow but have some contingencies removed and that sort of thing, 1474, 237 of those since April 11th. And then, of course, you've got the closed status, 725 of those since 411. So, again, some things are definitely moving. And as I said, if you look at that active area, that 1739 number with 431 of those coming since April 11th. Again, you go back to these videos. I mean, I haven't specifically gone back, but I remember reporting on this, and there were in the 1100s, the 1200s, the 1300s, the 1400s. And now you can see here, as also noted by Reports on Housing and their report that we shared, that has shot up quite a bit recently. So, that's good news for buyers in a lot of different respects. You're going to want to get some information on that. Hopefully it's from us. We would love to help you out on that. But yeah, take that information to heart, most definitely, as you continue to monitor things in the real estate market. All right, we're going to get to a community endeavor as we usually do, and we hope that you'll really support this one. And we do have a little bit of a selfish interest in this one, and you'll see why in just a second. Okay, so we as a family and as a brokerage are going to be supporting a local fundraiser, and we are spearheading a local fundraiser. One of our favorite local restaurants in the area, Ballpark Pizza, the Laguna Niguel location, the San Juan Capistrano location. Those are owned by Andrew there, great guy, and his staff do a wonderful job. Their food's fantastic. Great place to get some great pizza, drinks, soft drinks, beer, whatever you like, salads, wings, all that kind of stuff. They even do like pasta and sandwiches and stuff like that. So there's some games there for the kids and all kinds of different stuff. They are gracious enough to, over this week, tomorrow, Wednesday, April 20th, in the San Juan Capistrano location, which is off of Rancho Viejo Road, and Thursday, April 21st, the Laguna Niguel location, 30120 Town Center Drive, right in the middle of the heart of Laguna Niguel, if you will, all day, lunch and dinner. They're open, I think, at 11 or 11:30, something like that. Both locations, they close at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I believe, but all day. If you mention this charity right here, Lisa Cazenza Memorial Scholarship Foundation, if you mention that on those days and go in there, grab a beer, grab a soda, grab some pizza, grab some wings, lunch, dinner, to go, anything like that. If you mention that, automatically 20% of your total purchase will be donated to the charity. And this charity is near and dear to our hearts. As you know, Casabel Realty Group is a family-owned brokerage. This is named after this scholarship foundation is named after my sister, who passed away tragically a few years ago, and won't go into all of the circumstances with that, but a very tragic situation, very unexpected and surprising in the worst of ways type of situation that we lost my sister Lisa, but trying to make some good out of a tragic situation, and the fine folks at Ballpark Pizza are helping us do that. We have given out tens of thousands of dollars in scholarship money to local students at Lisa's high school alma mater of Dana Hills High School. We're going to start benefiting even others outside of that in the future. But again, Wednesday, April 20th, that is tomorrow as of this live recording, in the San Juan Capistrano location, and Thursday, April 21st, in the Laguna Niguel location, Ballpark Pizza. If you go in there, all of your purchase, you got to mention the Lisa Cazenza Memorial Scholarship Foundation. We're part of the scholarship foundation, anything like that. And they should know about it. And they will donate 20% of all proceeds from the day and nights of both of those locations to the charity. And we can't thank all of you enough for your supporting of this charity, whether you're our realtor colleagues, our past clients, current clients, and or friends, family, what have you. We thank you for your support of that endeavor, trying to make something good out of something awful. And we appreciate the support. Can't wait to see some of your great faces at this event. It's been a while since we've been able to do an in-person event because of COVID and whatnot. So definitely look forward to seeing you, and go support Ballpark, a great local restaurant mini chain in the Southern Orange County area, and one that's supporting our cause, which we hope to make an impact. We're going to be giving out more scholarships coming very, very soon here to some very deserving students. And we kind of need some more funds for the pipeline to help future students. We're now, I think, on our 4th year of this. I can't even believe that. 4th year of giving money out to students. And as I said, we've given out tens of thousands of dollars to students going to all kinds of different universities across the country. And we're pretty excited that we were able to help others in that regard. And we're just looking for some additional help to just help other kids, because that charity that we run does not go to us. It does not go to anything personal. Every single dime that we get from that charity goes back to scholarship money to some great kids, great local kids. That being said, we're going to get out of here, and we're going to leave you with a recent transaction. I think last time we took the air, we told you that we had a beautiful property in Indio that we put in escrow, and we were very excited about that. We were going through that process and finishing up that. And now we also, as we've mentioned a couple times, we've also got a couple of leases. We've helped some folks out, both finding on the leasing side, both finding a home and leasing out their home. And so this is more of the latter, leasing out the home. And this is a great house in the Crestoville neighborhood in Laguna Niguel. So we're going to just show you that real quick. We've leased it. It's pretty awesome that we found some great folks for this beautiful home. And again, like I said, buy, sell, lease, Casabella Realty Group. We've got your bases covered. We've got industry professionals that we can refer you to for all kinds of different needs, home improvement, mortgage specialists, etc. So put us to work for you. We want to do that and help you out. That being said, have a great rest of your week. I'm Anthony Cosenza with Casabella Realty Group. We'll see you next time.